Alright guys, you guys know I had to talk about it. Okay, here it comes. We're going to be talking about Baker Mayfield and his comments now on Daniel Jones. And it seems to be that the only news that comes out of the Cleveland Browns right now is about the New York Giants. Nobody cares about the Cleveland Browns still, even with their crazy roster. You still don't hear anything about the Cleveland Browns except the fact that Odell is making a couple catches here and there in training camp. So the biggest news, ironically enough, the biggest news to come out of the Cleveland Browns camp is about the New York Giants, and Baker Mayfield can't keep his mouth shut. And I'm sorry, I just have to keep talking about this, man. I mean, I was a huge Baker Mayfield fan, and I loved his passion. I loved how he was so anti-PC and things like that. But this is uncalled for, and I would even do this. People are saying, oh, well, you're just saying this because you're a New York Giants fan, and he's talking about the New York Giants. Not at all. If this was rivalry talk, maybe it's a little better, but you can't just be, he can't just be trashing on Lamar Jackson when Lamar Jackson didn't even do anything. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that this is not even in the same division, the fact that this is not even in the same conference, the fact that they don't even play each other this year is ridiculous. And here's the thing. I think Baker Mayfield, I think he's a little jealous. His whole college career, he was an underdog. The guy got beat by Davis Webb in Texas Tech. Davis Webb. Okay, and so he was an underdog. He was a walk-on Texas Tech. He was a walk-on Oklahoma. And the guy, I mean, I remember in his first couple years with Oklahoma, when he was first draft eligible, the guy was slated to be like a fourth-round pick. People were saying that he was going to be a fourth-round pick. And, as he rose up in the ranks, I believe he stayed another 2 more years. And, by draft time, again, he was, noted as a second-round pick. And then right around the draft day, he's a first overall pick, and everybody's calling him a first overall pick, and deservingly so. I'll give you credit, Baker Mayfield. But he was always the underdog. He was always the one fighting to the top, always the one looked down upon. And his response to that is not to boost Daniel Jones and say, oh, I've been there before. Nobody believed in me before. I was the underdog at one point. Now, he slated himself as the king. He went from underdog, and now that he has all the fame, now he thinks he's king. Even though his team went 7-8-1 last year and hasn't made the playoffs, may not even make the playoffs this year. I'm telling you right now, their schedule isn't all that good. I'm telling you right now, I looked at their schedule. I don't even have them making the playoffs this year. So he's going to take a quarterback this year, a rookie quarterback who was in his shoes, as the underdog. Everybody's, ragging on him, talking about this and that about Daniel Jones. Instead of boosting him up, he brings him back down. He says here, and I quote, "I cannot believe the Giants took Daniel Jones." Well, to be honest, nobody at that moment, nobody believed that the Giants took Daniel Jones. I think every Giants video maker's reactions went viral. So, and after that, he says some people overthink it, meaning, overthink getting a good quarterback, getting a quarterback. That's where people go wrong. They forget you've got to win. So he's basically calling Daniel Jones a loser because of what he did at Duke. Now, he's another guy who didn't watch any Duke film. He's just going by what he sees, what other people are talking about Daniel Jones. And he's completely disregarding how Daniel Jones is performing extremely well, not only in the preseason where everybody's able to see him, but even in practice, even in training camp, he's performing extremely well. He has, some signs of, not having a good day. Some days are pretty bad, but that's, as always with a rookie. But so far, he's demolishing expectations. So my thing is, I think Daniel Jones is starting to take a little bit of the thunder away from Baker Mayfield. He wants all the attention to stay on him. All the cameras were on Baker Mayfield, and now they see Daniel Jones in the preseason. They're like, oh, wow, look at Daniel Jones. And Baker Mayfield like, no, look at me. Look at me. Everybody look at me. Like, this guy, he sucks. He can't win. He sucks. Now keep looking at me. And you know what? I hope all the cameras are looking at you, Baker Mayfield. I hope prime time, they're always looking at you no matter what time of the year it is. And I can't wait to see when that team implodes on you and you're left fighting, trying to pick up all the pieces, trying to keep all the cameras on you. You know, I wanted this guy to succeed, and I was like, listen, they're building a good team together. You know, Odell Beckham is there now, Jarvis Landry, they got a good team together. I hope Baker Mayfield succeeds. Now, I wish nothing but the worst for the Cleveland Browns now, and that's crazy because I've always rooted for the Cleveland Browns, always. I'm like, man, I can't wait to see this team win and make the playoffs. Like, you know, that will be a different day in the NFL, you know, something different in the NFL. I can't wait to see the Cleveland Browns succeed. Now I just can't wait to see them fail. And they are, and I don't even know why I'm worried about them. They have been the biggest, quite literally, crap stain of the NFL, being the Cleveland freaking Browns. They've been the biggest crap stain of the NFL since their freaking existence. You know, obviously, you know, they had their success early on in the years, still never sniffed a Super Bowl ring, and still trying to fight for one. So that being said, you know, as of right now, I'm just gonna treat Baker Mayfield as any other freaking Cleveland Browns quarterback. This is a guy that's just gonna have this couple minutes to shine, and so we'll see what happens. You know, if he could lead his team to win, then great on him, but he really shouldn't be beating up on a quarterback that was in his position, you know, a couple years ago. And here's another thing. I think Baker Mayfield has a personal vendetta against the New York Giants because Saquon Barkley won Rookie of the Year, won that bet for Rookie of the Year. Now, it says that Saquon Barkley and Baker Mayfield are friends, and that could be true, but Baker Mayfield may just, you know, trying to take the anger out on somebody else, like, oh, Saquon, you're my buddy, and I don't think it will be very PR friendly if we fought, so I'm just going to take it out on your teammates. That's pretty much what he's doing. Alright guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. This is ridiculous. You know, I hope the Cleveland Browns just implode after this. I don't know if Odell put him up to this or whatever, but it is what it is. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.